I'm conflicted about J. Cole in the fall off.
Everything is supposed to go away eventually. You see this especially in like show business with famous actors or like musicians. And it's like, oh, this guy used to be famous and then he fell off. What happened? And they want to point to they did this and they made some sort of mistake. Instead of thinking that, look, it's kind of crazy they got famous in the first place. So few people reach that level that, yes, of course, it's not going to last forever because somebody else has to take that spot. And that's how show business has been since forever. But no, they always want to say, oh, that guy fell off. They want to look down on him for just going through the natural cycle of rising and falling.
What's up, word? Your boy Charles Brown back again, talking facts. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell. Keep sending those cash apps to CLBMG. Join that membership and all you buying that merch down below. Gang, listen. I am conflicted because I know that you know that I know that you know that we both watched J. Cole do some suspect things in regards to this battle with Kendrick, and we kind of flamed him. Let's just be honest. We had a lot to say. We as early as I want to say maybe a week ago, last week, I believe I said in one of these random videos that it was going to take a lot for me to even want to hear the fall off, let alone say that it was good, right? I actually said that it would take a lot for me to do any type of 180 on my position in regards to J. Cole. Now, funny how a well-placed and a well-timed marketing campaign that is well done could actually change one's opinion. I'm going to be honest. I am conflicted because I do stand on everything I said. I had quite a few videos for at least the past year in regards to this J. Cole situation, in regards to the Port Antonio record. Gang, I went ballistic about that love letter to Drake. I had a whole lot to say about the 7-minute drill record when he tried to come for K-Dot's catalog and ill-advised rap verse that he deleted later, right? He said his boys gassed him up. Then he went on to have that apology at Dreamville Fest. And he said that if it was the last 2 days didn't set well with him and his spirit wasn't in the right place, and he just wanted to trade jabs and trade bars with his homie, right? He just thought it was competition, and then he felt so bad about it 2 days later. He got up on that stage and told the whole crowd to put their hands in the air if they love Kendrick Lamar, and if Kendrick Lamar is the greatest. And he apologized to him and told him, if you got any ill feelings, I'll take it on the chin. Just swing and I'll take it on the chin. Don't expect no reply. So I really, as an MC, self-proclaimed MC, I didn't take that lightly at all. And there was a lot of dialogue, especially on my channel. A lot of you got in my comments. Most of you agreed with me, but some of you didn't. And all across social media, I remember when it first happened, I don't know if it was all J. Cole fans or it was just the sentiment of a new and improved generation. But the sentiment was J. Cole was smart. J. Cole is somewhere chilling with lemonade in the shade on a hammock somewhere because he avoided this bloody battle. And we all got to grow up and stop pitting black men against each other. And the ones like myself that wanted to see this blood spilled, we were in fact Neanderthals of a dying breed, and we needed to grow up, right? Y'all don't remember that conversation basically saying he did the smart thing. Remember that damn should have been a hashtag. J. Cole was the smart one, right? Because how it turned out. Well, I never folded. I never bent on the situation. I felt and still do feel that as an MC, for you to throw your hat in the ring against one of the best rappers in the world, when you've been calling yourself the best rapper in the world for 3 years straight, and you back out and apologize, and you say, give me your best shot, I'll eat it, and you delete the track, and you go on an apology tour, and then you big up his number one competitor, right? You make a love letter song. We wasn't having it, and I stand on it, that it was extremely lame, and I was having a lot of trouble forgiving J. Cole. And I did do a video You got to remember, gang, this is a long time ago. We're talking almost goddamn 2 years, gang. So throughout them 2 years, I was trying to cope because I always say that even though I didn't always repeat J. Cole's music. I wasn't a habitual repeater of J. Cole's albums. I would listen to them. I would respect them for what they were. And I always say this, we want you on that wall. We need you on that wall of defense for hip hop. You got to put J. Cole in that lineup of MCs that you want to defend Earth when it comes to rapping. If the aliens ever come, we need J. Cole as one of the rappers defending us. But I was never a staunch supporter. I probably, and this really gonna sound crazy, I couldn't name you. This is harsh, but I'm not gonna say that. What I'm gonna say is I can't name you 10 J. Cole songs. Let me say that, right? But I do respect J. Cole as an artist. He is one of the best rappers that the game has ever seen. I will give him that. But I could not, and I struggled with forgiving. I did make a video in those 2 years that it was called Should I Forgive J. Cole? Like, I'm asking questions right now. I'm still conflicted because I see what J. Cole could be. I see what he represents. The only problem is all the other stuff comes up, and then I'm right back where I am, conflicted. Okay, he's a warrior. He's a savage. He's a rapper's rapper. He's your favorite rapper's rapper. He does these amazing collabs, and I told you Johnny P's Caddy was verse of the year in my opinion. So this guy has done some incredible work. But at the same time, then I got to look at the 7-minute drill. Then I got to look at the thing where he literally dissed Kanye. And it wasn't really a diss. It was tough love. But then he said it wasn't about Kanye. That kind of like, that knocked the chink off the armor. Then he said what he said about Wale. Both of them was on the same record. And then we all knew it was about Wale. We knew that False Prophets was about Kanye West and Wale. And we stood up. We gave him a gold star. And we was like, you keep going, young man. Like that meme. Remember Rock from the guy that used to be on the show called Rock. He got this meme where he's like, he punches his fist and he's shaking his head like, you go, boy. When he made False Prophets, he said the quiet part out loud, and we all agreed with him that Kanye was a false prophet and Wale didn't respect what he had. Then he came out and said it wasn't about Wale, it wasn't about Kanye. So those are chinks in the armor that was hard to forgive as a real MC, as somebody who's been in this culture 40 years or however long you want to count those numbers. But I've been in this thing for a minute, right? So I say all that to say, add that to the conversation about this little rapper, He pretty much said the quiet part out aloud again, that all these little rappers was a little bit trash, right? And they didn't represent the culture, right? He said that. We all stomped our hands, clapped our feet. We were excited that J. Cole was on our side. Then J. Cole sits down with Lil Yachty, says he didn't mean it like that, starts backtracking. We're like, what the hell? So these are more dents in the armor that's already battle tested. And it's like, gang, like, it feels like you're not really with us, right? You shitted on all the SoundCloud guys that we was like, yeah, get their ass. And then you start doing interviews and collabs with them. We were kind of confused. It's like, what's happening? Like, you correctly predicted that Lil Pump was not going to be working at 27. Like, we agreed with you, and it was true. It came true. They have several videos on it. J. Cole was right. Then you went and sat down with Lil Pump and damn near apologized to him, and you made him feel comfortable, and you made him feel like he called you a jit, and that was okay, right? He called you some heinous things. You was old and this, that, and the third. And what your response was not to diss him again. You went and made nice with him. It was kind of confusing. We were like, aren't you supposed to be on this side of the fence? It seemed like you're on both. So I've been conflicted about J. Cole for a while, and I always give him the benefit of the doubt, but something just wasn't setting right, because it was like, you got to stand on some shit, right? And drops this whole thing with like that and the third and the biggest, the Super Bowl, all this stuff. It happened real fast. I need y'all to know that thing was in a couple months, the whole world changed topsy-turvy. These guys went from first person shooter being the two rappers on earth that can't be touched to the two lamest rappers on earth that shouldn't be touched, right? So at the end of the day, it flip-flopped, and we ain't had no big three no more. The whole thing was buried in the dust, and it was one rapper that came out of the dust with the biggest record in history, the biggest world tour in history, all the numbers, all the accolades, and kept his mouth shut, didn't even say nothing. He did the Super Bowl, and you ain't heard shit from him if you didn't go to see his ass perform on tour. Ain't no tweets, ain't no memes. You don't know what this guy's thinking. If the motherfucker gets cited, it's like, oh shit, it makes news. Oh shit, Kendrick was cited in some jogging pants. Like, these motherfuckers, you don't know where this guy's at. We also had the same situation with J. Cole. We didn't always know where he was at. He did a podcast and some type of, I think he did his own thing, and then he sat down with some guy, talked some sports. Other than that, couldn't find him, right? Out of nowhere, Cameron's suing him now. Cameron talking about, I didn't get my verse. You owe me a verse. I rapped on yours. You ain't rap on mine. God damn it. $30 million. I don't even know what was it, 500? I don't know what it was, but he wants his money. Now everybody's suing, right? You know they love to sue. End of the day, I'm sitting here like, J. Cole fall off gotta be immaculate. I don't even know if I even want to hear it. I said all that. I just hit you with 10 minutes of diatribe to get to the fact that yesterday I saw the promo video for the fall off. I'm going to be honest, I did not expect that whatsoever, because I feel like it's genius. And the reason it's genius is because he's basically saying, I know, I deserve all this. And it was destiny for me to receive it, because I too have to fall off like everybody else. It showed him in some regular situations. He's washing his car. Well, it's not a regular car, gang. I think shit. Look, was that a Bentley wagon or something, or a Benz? It's something, a Jaguar, BMW, some expensive shit. It ain't no goddamn bike, I can tell you that. But he's washing it himself. Then he's in the Waffle House of all places, eating, minding his business, just chilling at the counter. So it's like everyday man shit that you do as a regular person, right? And the dialogue, I don't know where this dialogue from. Some people are like, it's some social media influencer. I don't know who did it or what it is. Some people's like it's AI. Some people's like it's some guy that has this page or whatever, or he hired some guy. I don't know. But the dialogue in the commercial, when we know what this guy just went through, for better or for worse, and I know it's easy to hate the guy, but let's be honest, he's still a human. He still had to see these things, and they still had to hurt. I don't know how detached he is from social media. Lord willing, he's completely detached. He just keeps his phone in a safe somewhere, and he don't look at it ever, because God knows if this man has been looking at social media for the last a year, it ain't been flattering at all. His fans are even, at some point, they're even like, you know what, Cole is my man, but it's a lot of but and dots. So a lot of guys are flipping on him, and they're kind of questioning. You still got the diehards. It's diehards still in my comments, like, yo, the Cole hate is insane here. Like, but other than that, it's you got your fans that are kind of, they've waned a little bit. They've kind of tired of the back and forth, the conversation that Cole is a people pleaser. Cole doesn't stand on anything. Cole lies. So people are completely, they're not being flattering to Cole. And I'm sure to some degree he has heard what you said. This advertising, right? That's exactly what it is. It's not a trailer. It's an advertisement for an album. And he didn't try to beat you over the head with the album. It's like, yo, listen, I am whatever you say I am. I'm just a guy that's just, I'm about to just drop my last album and I'm out. And for better or worse, take it or leave it. And I've been working on this for 10 years. It's not going to be no fancy pants shit. This is going to be my love letter to hip hop before I dip. Now, I don't know if he's going to tour on this, which I would assume he is, but I'm conflicted because of all those things I said. I like that promo. And I told you, I did the, should I forgive J. Cole? People were in my comments saying, he going to do something else, Charles. Watch and see. He's going to disappoint you again. If you go in my comments, every time I do a J. Cole video where I'm asking, is it okay now to give this guy a second chance? They always say he's going to do something else. So I'm waiting for the left shoe to drop, right? But you're going to be hard pressed to tell me that promo trailer, that commercial was trash. I thought it placed him in a good light, as I'm just a guy. I just do raps, gang. I'm not perfect. And I will make a mistake. I will do something that's going to make you turn on me. That's exactly what he's trying to say. It's like everybody got that one thing that people, they never let them forget it. They slap that on you. All of us, everybody got some one thing. If I go down the list of 20 rappers, especially if they've had any time in the game, they got that one thing that's going to stick with them forever, right? So he's trying to say at some point, I too will get that one thing or series of things that will make you question me and make you not want to be my fan. So end of the day, I'm looking at it, right? He put this message on. He got this song. I heard the song. The record is tough. I'm telling you, I don't have no, it's a dope record. I don't have no problem telling you when J. Cole is on point. I said the Clouds record was dope, right? Then out the Clouds, I think we got, I'm not sure, something else came after that. And I was like, you know what? Here we freaking go. But I said the Clouds records was dope. So J. Cole will hit you with a dope record. But I believe that he's almost an empath where he gets these things in him, the sensitivity of his life, his emotions, and he has to spit. It's not that he's this emotional guy, but he's a guy that has to speak his truth. And when he did that Port Antonio record, that was his truth. He didn't understand that we was going to respond so negatively because to him, I'm just telling you my truth. I'm not trying to rehash nothing. I'm not trying to say I would have won a battle. I'm not trying to say anything negative about Kendrick and Drake, but this is my truth, and he's feeling the way. I guess, in my opinion, I walked away with it that he was more attached to Drake than Kendrick. That's the only thing you could walk away with because he really talked really only to Drake on the whole record. He really never said nothing about Kendrick. So it's like, okay, your emotions are telling us you kind of missed this guy. Right? And I'm sure Drake felt betrayed, so he's really not taking his call, probably not really talking to him. But there are rumors that he's going to be on this album, and who knows, right? And Maul just came out saying that Rory and Maul saying that there's two verses from Kendrick, 2 verses from Drake that he's going to have to remove because neither one of them are going to approve it. And I would agree. I mean, I don't know what these dudes has at, but Kendrick already told you ain't no bridges. You burnt them all. They been burnt. They done. So I don't see Kendrick approving no verses, especially no old ass verse. You know, this shit, he been working on this thing for 10 years. So the verses got to be old because I don't know when the last time these dudes even been in each other's presence or sent each other music. But end of the day, he did a song. The song is called Disc 2, Track 2, which implies that there is a double CD to look forward to. And I'm conflicted because I'm like, my MC code was broken. We just did the show last night. We did the what show? Me, TJ, and Fliz. And I said, Fliz, we brought up Cole. I showed the video and they loved it. They were like, that's a great video. And Fliz was very adamant that he's never turned his back on Cole. He never saw the hubbub that like me, people like me that had all this venom for Cole. He never understood it. So he's excited. TJ's excited. Now, when I was talking about it, I was basically saying, what if we just hurt Fliz? Like I said, I have a stamp book. I only got a certain amount of rappers in it. It's like a passport book. And when a guy reaches a certain level, I stamp his name in that book. I said, well, I stamped Cole's name in that book. At one point, I was flirting with putting J. Cole in my top 10, gang. That's how crazy it was. The guy that I don't even listen to his music like that. I'll listen to his album once or twice and I move on. But I'm like, that album was so good. This guy's so good with his words and his techniques. I mean, as an MC, I can study flows, this, that, and the third. I'm like, this guy is a master at this. So I was flirting with putting him in my top 10 for a while. And for him to do these things all within a year, these things all tumbled down. I told you after Johnny P's Caddy, this guy with that Super Saiyan verse that I felt, I said, nobody's touching this guy. And then for everything to crumble after he does a feature with Drake, he does the damn first person shooter. And after that, like that, this down the third, he gets skirt pulled up and gets crazy. I'm like, bro, what if we just hurt, Fliz? Like as rappers, we put certain people in higher regard. That's like finding out somebody wrote Nas shit. Like, it's like, yo, there's a reference track for every song on Illmatic. And some of y'all motherfuckers are dead ass drop dead. I'm just gonna be honest. Y'all motherfuckers, you be like, it's no reason to live anymore. It'd be like niggas cutting their throats and jumping off buildings because it'd be like Nas didn't write Illmatic. So that's how that would feel. Just imagine that. So end of the day, we prioritize things in people, which they say don't do that, but we put people on quote unquote pedestals. So with this album, I'm being tested now to say, okay, this guy that you put up there, you took him down, right? In the span of a couple months, he was up there, then he's back down. How do you approach listening to this? You saw the campaign. You thought the campaign was smart, witty, cool, well thought out, the song, what is it? Disc 2, track 2, dope beat. He came, he did what he wanted to do. He said, those people that I was worrying about one day, within hours, I don't care if they convert or not. So he's telling you, I'm going to do me at this point. So I'm like, Charles, are you going to give this album a chance? I'm just going to be honest. I'm going to tell you a story you guys can say, and I already know what half you're going to say. But I'm going to tell you another guy who ruined the experience for me, Wale. I just did the 25 best albums of 2025. A lot of people's like, Charles, you got to listen to the Wale. It's really good, da-da-da. I put it on, and I can't get past all of the whining and bitching. I'm just at a point with Wale, I can't do it. He's ruined any credibility, so I can't take nothing he says serious because I know he's sitting on Twitter with his finger on the button trying to bitch somebody out about saying something, so I can't take you serious no more. I think I got 3 songs in that Wale and cut it off. So I'm just telling you who I am as a person. I find it, once you do a certain amount of stuff, I can't take you serious as an artist no more, right? Just like Kanye, I can't take Kanye serious as an artist. So am I there with Cole is where this whole story is going. Am I there with Cole? Am I going to be able to objectively listen to this? The flow's going to be there. The stylist, the shit, everything's going to, it's like a Joyner and Lucas CD. Everything going to be there, but do you fucking like it? Right? So it's like all the technique, everything you ask for from a rapper is going to be there. But will I like it? And do I have the mental capacity to get past everything that I know J. Cole has been through? Right? And people are fighting me right now saying, Charles, you got to learn to put these things in the past. You're holding on to stuff. You're taking people's personal situations outside of their music and you're applying them to the music. Well, gang, I don't know if you realize, but most of the people you revere because you think you relate to that person. And that's on a personal level. Even though you try to say, oh, I can separate, da-da-da-da. If that guy does too many things, you ain't too much more separating you going to be doing. If he does too many things that conflict with what you assume they were as a person and what you thought you wanted out of that person, if they start conflicting with that too many times, that's going out the window. That's where I'm at. When you conflict with what you're projecting on these raps, when you conflict that one too many times, I can't take your rapping serious no more. I'm just going to be honest. So end of the day, I'm at a point where have I gone to a point of no return with J. Cole? Now, if I gotta openly answer that question right now, the way I feel right now, I'm gonna say I'm not there yet. I'm like, it's like a razor's edge, gang. It could be one bad tweet. Like it could be anything. I'm at a razor's edge. I'm at a point where maybe I'll forgive this guy one more chance, right? It's like where you got this girl that you only go see her like 2 a.m. and stuff. Like she's still cool, but I can't see you in the daytime. Da da da. I'm right there. Like, okay, you know what? What time is it? All right, fuck it. I'll go over there. Da da da. You know what I'm saying? Because it's too much going on outside of that, right? And I'll be there around 2:15. Other than that, no. So I'm gonna see if I can lock in, right? Like I told you, I don't really. This could be his best work. He said it was 10 years. It is everything he wanted to do on the first one. He wanted to tell the story backwards, this and third. So I'm gonna lock in, and this might be the one that catches me. This might be the one where I'm like, you know what? Run it back. This might be the one where I listen to it more than once. I'm gonna be honest. But end of the day, right? I feel like I want to respect what he's trying to do. Let me read what he said. He said, for the past 10 years, this album has been handcrafted with one intention, a personal challenge to myself to create my best work. It begins to do on my last what I was unable to do on my first. I had no way of knowing how much time, focus, and energy it would eventually take to achieve this. But despite the countless challenges along the way, I knew in my heart I would one day get to the finish line. I owed it first and foremost to myself, and secondly, I owed it to hip hop. And I was talking to the guys last night. I was like, you got to do it for yourself first things first. You're not doing it for me. You're not doing it for Joe Schmo or nobody else. You're doing it for yourself. And if that's what he creates, then I can't do nothing but respect it. But at this point, I'm on the razor's edge. I'm going to listen to it, and I'm just going to take from it. But I am going to be I'm gonna be a little harsher than I normally am. I listen to people and I let them breathe. I take the albums for what they worth. I don't sit there and critique. A lot of you guys, you go line for line and critique. They're already picking this damn thing apart. I saw this video that I'm not gonna click talking about he used some software, some online AI shit. I'm like, I'm not even clicking that because I know this man didn't sit there and use no program. He didn't use no rap software. So I'm not even clicking these videos. Y'all going a little far with these. But end of the day, I'm gonna listen to it, right? I'm gonna give it a chance. But like I said, I am on a razor's edge. And we did get into a conversation of, can he bark on this? Can he say too much? I'm the best MC. It's a way to be braggadocious. I'm just gonna be honest. If you get too braggadocious and get too crazy with it, I'm gonna cut it off, gang. I'm just gonna be honest. Because I'm there where please don't hit me over the head with you're the greatest rapper, because Ali could not be the greatest if he didn't fight Joe Frazier. You swung, you missed, you ran. You said he's the greatest. I'm out of here. Please forgive me. I don't want to hear no braggadocious shit out of this album after that. I'm just going to be sorry. You can touch on it and say your lyrical skills, and it's a way to do it. It's a way to do it without doing it too much, okay? And I'm gonna leave it at that, man. Let me know what you think in the comments. How are you gonna approach this album? Are you gonna listen? Do you want to hear it? Do you care? Is this gonna be the dopest thing you've ever heard thus far? Let me know in the comments, man. I'm out of here. CLBMG. Head on over to black-yeti.com. Let them know who sent you. They ship all over the continental U.S. Also, every Wednesday night, we go live on The What Show. Me, TJ, and Fliz. Tap in. And we got a new video called This, That. Head on over there. It's in my videos. We got an album called The What Project. All right. Go over to that, to your whatever streaming services you use. Run them numbers up, man. Listen, every Wednesday night we do it 9:15. So we're gonna be there. Get in the comments after this thing drop. We're gonna have a full conversation about the album. All right. I'm out of here. Peace.
Look, mission impossible to drop a few lines without dropping old times when Southern Hill was still a gold mine. When pistol grips was my shit and I sold mine. When Alias was not a show and they told mine. Elevate your mind with high quality THC infused products. BlackYeti.com. Black-Yeti.com.
CLB.
Get my coat, get my sheepskin, grab my wallet, get my pocket knife, and get that hat right there. We out. Grab my pocket knife too. Let's go. When I first came to the city, niggas didn't believe me. I just wanted to join a team and throw assist pass easily. 6 man off the bench, alley-oop pass freely. Suit up for one game and hope a scout might see me. But nah, niggas is greedy, wasn't rocking with him. Unplugged the scoreboard, put a lock on the gym. Told me to power forward, point guard at the rim. And left me with no center and a ball full of phlegm. Not knowing that I'm a dog, a Rottweiler within. With the heart of a pit bull that don't bark for pretend. My bites cut deep, break the bone and the skin. With the level of hustlenomics you do not comprehend. So first I took a block down on the west side end. And then secured a spot with some goons and some kin. And then sent out some flyers, let the games begin. And in 6 months time, the city like that's him. Oh yeah, he the one that moved the hustle to the burbs. And yeah, he the one that knocked the hustlers off the curb. And yeah, he the one that set up shop without a word. And he the one that got it cracking. And all he did was rapping by the Hooters. I kept killers from being shooters. Put a mic in a thug's hand, now he loyal like past fans. Take a man off the streets past the needles and crack cans. Promise mama to keep him safe, then put some food in his face and he'll kill for you. But I don't need him for that. Click like, click share, tell them bitches we back. Share the whole location, tell them niggas where we at. Cause we out here and we ain't the cheese, we the trap.